Hello, welcome to my bookshelf, and today I'll be doing my TBR for the month of August. Now I have another very large TBR for the month of August, and the reason for that is that I'm trying to finish the books that are left from previous TBRs. I've been doing this for quite a while now, and I keep rolling over books from previous TBRs and I just never finished them. And so my original goal for July was to finish all those books that I had started but I hadn't finished. And then the booktubeathon happened, and so I didn't really finish all the books I'd planned to. So I still have quite a bit of those left, and so they're part of my TBR. So there's 7 books from previous TBRs, and then there's 3 books that are completely new for the month of August. So let's just jump in. I'll try to get through it pretty quickly, especially since 7 of them you're pretty familiar with at this point. Okay, so the first book is The Princess Bride by William Goldman. And I had originally wanted to read this book as part of a book-to-movie adaptation theme I had going, and of course I started it, but I didn't get very far, so I'm only a few chapters in, and it's still kind of the introduction, so we're meeting all the characters, but really nothing has happened. So that's kind of where I'm at. It's very funny, very ridiculous, very goofy, but it's a lot of fun to read, so I'm definitely enjoying it. So we'll see if I can finish this book this month. I haven't gotten very far, so we'll see. The next book is Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro, and this was, again, a part of that book-to-movie adaptation theme, and so that's kind of why I originally picked it, and I'm pretty far in it, actually. I only have like a third left to go. It's a little bit of a slow burn, you know, it's not a very light read, but it's a very, very interesting story, and I think it's really well told so far, so I am enjoying it a lot. I've been taking my time with it. So again, I hope to finish it this month, but we'll see. At least I have a good start on this one. Like, I only have a third left. I feel like the last third usually goes by pretty fast. Okay, and so the next book that I want to finish this month is Stories of Your Life and Others by Ted Chiang. This is a mainly science fiction short story collection, and it's just so well written, and all the stories are very different from each other, but they're all very interesting and very engaging. I'm just loving it so far. One of these short stories was turned into the movie Arrival, starring Amy Adams, which was a wonderful movie, and the story is just so good as well, and I'm really enjoying all the short stories. The reason why I haven't finished it yet is just because I like it so much. I'm trying to savor it and read it slowly. And especially since it's a short story collection, I want to read, one short story at a time, and then, take a break from it and come back to it instead of just like reading every short story back to back to back. So I hope to finish this soon, and I also hope to read more Ted Chiang. The next book is pretty straightforward. It's letters of C.S. Lewis, so they're letters that C.S. Lewis wrote, and that's pretty much it. So this book begins with like a little mini memoir by C.S. Lewis's brother. That's the only part I've actually finished as of yet. I just started reading his actual letters, but yeah, it's pretty much just that. Letters that he sent to other people, so it's been interesting. It's not exactly my favorite thing so far, but like I said, I haven't really gotten into it yet. Next book doesn't need much introduction, and that's Illumina. So good so far. It's so unique. I really like that it's just all these different random files. There's emails and transcripts and logs and just anything and everything they want to throw in there, like confidential files, things like that. So it's a science fiction story, but it seems to be more about like the characters and the interactions, which I personally really enjoy. So I'm really liking this story so far. So I'm excited to continue this book. Okay, so these next 2 books I haven't actually started yet, but they were on previous TBRs. The first of which is Scrappy Little Nobody by Anna Kendrick. This is her memoir. She's awesome. Not much else to say other than that. And then this one is The Unseen World by Liz Moore. This was supposed to be for my booktubeathon TBR, but it is quite large, and so I never even started it. But it's just a story about this girl and her father. I'm pretty sure it's about their relationship, and this girl is kind of like looking back on how she was raised with her father. I'm pretty sure there's some kind of like mystery thriller elements, but I'm not really 100% sure. I try not to spoil myself too much by reading too deep into like the synopsis, because sometimes they give away key points of the book and then kind of ruin it. So that's all I know about it. I've heard good things. It's been fairly hyped, so I'm excited to read it myself. It's 450 pages. I don't think it's going to be exactly a light read, so it might take some time, but it is a library book, so I need to finish it sooner versus later. So, okay. And so the last 3 books are all books that are completely new to the month of August. So we're starting fresh. I wanted to throw in a couple books at the end that would at least be new to me and make it a little more exciting for August and not just be the same old things I've been reading for the last couple months. So here we go. The first one is Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. She's the author of Gone Girl. I've seen the Gone Girl movie, but I haven't read the book. I own it, but like I said, haven't read it yet. But I picked this one because it's her debut novel and also because it's shorter than Gone Girl, so I'm hoping that with my crazy TBR that I might be able to actually finish this or at least start it because it's not that long of a book. From my understanding, you know, it's Gillian Flynn, so it's going to be a thriller, mystery, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I just picked it up because of the author and I know nothing about the plot. So I'm excited to go into this completely blind and kind of see where the story takes me. The next book should be a pretty quick read, and that is Girl Stolen by April Henry. And this story is about this young girl who happens to be blind and she's accidentally kidnapped. The kidnapper is actually just trying to hijack the car that she happens to be in. So again, hijacks the car, accidentally kidnaps someone as well. 2 birds with 1 stone. And so it's just kind of that story. So I'm hoping that this will be a good one. Last month I read Stolen, which was a story involving kidnapping as well. Hopefully this one is better than the last one. The last one I gave 3 stars. It was okay, it wasn't great. So I'm hoping this one will be a little bit better. Okay, and the last book on my TBR is Britt Marie Was Here by Frederick Bachman. And this is another one where I'm just reading it because of the author. I've heard good things about him, have not read him. He's the author of A Man Called Ove, which I've heard very good things about, but I haven't read. And so I'm just hoping to read something from this author. I know nothing about this story, but I will say that the cover really jumped out at me. It's very beautiful. I love the colors. But yeah, I'm excited to read a book by Frederick Bachman. Alright, so those are the 10 books that I hope to read in the month of August. I just want to thank you guys for watching this video, and until next time.